I I'm always wondering why. Well, I kind of know the reason why the Go line got dropped on the Oculuses, and it's because of the lithium battery in it. And it could go leak and explode, like I was talking about. My cell phone's probably going to do. Um, but keep in mind, with it, as I say, with any step forward, you always have a step back. The Oculus Quest require that you have a guardian, and when you don't have a guardian, you do have this stupid guardian wall that shows up if you're just the least bit over the stationary guardian um, bounds, and so you have to. I think there might be a way that you can completely turn the guardian off, but um, the other thing is that a lot of the Quest based applications require that you move some, and so rotational stuff that we had on the Go is not suitable. That means that if you have any kinds of mobility problems, you can't use a Quest, and you can't even use a Go because they don't sell them anymore. And so I had this idea that, with all the old Go's, they could give them to hospitals to permit COVID patients, if they're even able to be cognizant, being able to understand the world around them, since they can't go anywhere, um, and there's no telling if they can see things on the wall or anything like that. Something that might take them away from the situation, like being outside, um, but not being able to be outside. You could put an Oculus Go on them and give them a virtual environment, give them a look at the outside, give them hope. And there are also people that are not do not have COVID, that just have paralysis or some form, or have to be bedridden for long periods of time, that would benefit from a Go. Um, but why did they drop the whole Go line? Because they figured it was a step forward to go with the Quest. It's a step different, is what it is. It's not a step forward. It's a step different. Um, and they cut off a whole bunch of technology there. What are people going to use in place of the Go, because they don't support the Go's anymore? Why not have the Go's and then have the Quest line, and the Go's just be for people that don't want to move? I mean, there were plenty of places you could have used the Go. Like, you could use it in bed. You could use it to watch TV in bed without keeping your head upright. You could have your head relaxed back. And the other thing is who's going to use their Quest in bed, risking the possibility of destroying the headset? Whereas a Go is a lot cheaper. It could have been like $100 versus $300 or whatever it is for the class. To have have something you could just strap to your head and go to sleep on, and if it gets damaged, it gets damaged, but it's not going to be your Quest model, which costs a whole lot more. They just don't spend enough time, I think, thinking about such things to see any potential markets that they would have. They're just thinking about how to wow the audiences out there, so they'll go after. Maybe that's what they were figuring, is this, to get everybody on the Quest line and get them all converted before going back to things like a Go model that would have no tracking, no need for tracking. The great thing about the Go's was that you could operate it with just one wrist. You just put the headset on somebody, and if somebody that's pretty much paralyzed, and all they can use is their hand, they can use a Go. That controller doesn't have to be in view of the Go because it's not a Quest. It doesn't require tracking. It just, that's the thing is I always wonder if when they come out with technologies, if they got somebody sitting around saying,